What is success in sales planning? Do we really need to plan? I mean, at the end of the day, isn't it a matter of just going out there and executing? Well, in the sales planning role, I want to clarify roles and responsibilities around a shared, aligned sales vision. And I don't mean just around my sales team. I mean around the entire organization. Here's a common challenge that we hear. This comes from a VP of R&D, so not somebody that's in the sales part of the organization at a med device company. And this person said to me, hey, we're not going to release this new product for launch until it's perfect. We're still working on cost-cutting measures in production. And the sales teams and the marketing teams are screaming for this product because the market's ready for it. And the R&D side of the house is not quite aligned because they've got some KPIs that they're trying to manage and keep expenses down. And it almost looks like they're dragging their feet. But at the end of the day, what's happening is there's misalignment because they're siloed. And you can fill in the blank with the marketing team or any other part of the company that's not in complete alignment with the sales group. So the trick is, how do you create alignment within your sales team? How do you create alignment cross-functionally across the organization? Do you really need to? Well, most organizations we help out, and I know the ones that are listening to me right now, you're very tactically capable, meaning you're highly intelligent individuals, you're good at what you do, and as an individual, you're doing something, and I bet the something you're doing is something you're doing pretty well. But sometimes we feel like these arrows, and the arrows are pointed in all different directions. Where your marketing team is going one way, R&D is saying, hey, we're working on cutting costs. Marketing is saying, we're getting ready to present this to the market yesterday, and the sales team is saying, we only want to sell our old product. We're not excited about selling the new product. And so even if the CEO has a strategy of launching this new product, say it's a new med device, into the market, well, he doesn't have the alignment that allows that to take place because we're all tactically focused. We're all focused in our own silo. And what happens when each one of these arrows moves? The organization goes nowhere behind it. What if we could create that alignment up front? What if we could have a shared common vision for what success looks like? So the R&D team would see, hey, we got a sense of urgency here, and maybe we'll accept some increased expenses right now just so we can kick this product out and get it out in front of the market. So that the marketing team sees, we really need to support the sales team so they can position this and be as effective as possible with this new product that the sales team is unfamiliar with. And we can keep that alignment so the entire organization can now move collectively in the same direction. That's called strategic alignment versus just tactically focused. So here's the keys to the planning phase. This is what I challenge you to do when you plan with your teams. First of all, when you plan with your teams, whether that's just your individual sales team or the entire organization to go tackle a new sales goal, I want you to bring all the stakeholders to the planning session. And you're saying, yeah, but Thor, you don't get it. We're remotely dispersed. We have 12 people over in Asia. We have 5 over in Israel. Our warehouse is in Europe. I can't bring all those people in all the time. And I'm not asking you to. The only time that I want you to get all those folks together is during the planning phase. And that's because it's critical for you to establish that buy-in and that alignment and see those nonverbal cues and be sitting across the table from each other so you're not alt-tabbed and looking at something else or looking at your phone and checking emails while the discussion's going on. You're face-to-face with each other because it's in that planning phase that you're going to build the alignment that's going to carry you through into the execution phase. Once you're done planning, I don't care if you never see each other again during the entire mission. I don't care if you do every single conversation over WebEx, over Adobe Connect, or even just over the phone after that. You can be successful from remotely dispersed locations after you plan, but you got to plan together. Next up, identify leading indicators for success. So a lot of teams want to hang their hats on, well, what's our quarterly goal? What's the number that we're going after? That doesn't get anybody excited. The last company we talked to, we said, what's your big strategy for the team? And they said, well, we want to go from 2% NOI to 4% NOI. And I said, that couldn't be any more boring to me. I couldn't care less about that if I worked for your company. You need to sell me on what we're building. What should I be excited about? What's the future look like at this company if we achieve that goal? Don't just tell me the numeric, the number that's going to set us up for success. And then tell me what the leading indicators are for that success. What's the pipeline that we need to create to be successful? What are the behaviors we need to instill in order to be successful? And then finally, create clear objectives for the group. You think in a sales organization that the objectives would be pretty clear, right? I mean, hit my quota, hit my numbers. You'd be surprised how often even sales organizations have no idea what their objective is. We just completed a round of debriefs with an incredibly successful, mature sales organization, and about half of the people that we talked to had no idea what their goals were. And they even shared with me that leadership didn't give them their goals until about halfway through first quarter of this year, and then still held them accountable for those quotas. And I know that happens not just at this company, it happens all over the place. So we have to set clear, measurable, achievable objectives for the entire team during that planning phase.